Italo's Blog Talk Radio.
Hello, everybody. This is Italo with Italo Black Talk Radio. And we already have the director, Brian Knudsen, on the line. We also have Talia and Zane.
Hello.
And some people are laughing in the background. How you guys doing tonight?
Great.
Excellent.
You're hearing the laughter because we're all naked. No.
Okay. Well, for those who haven't guessed yet, yes, we're talking to the cast and director of Disrobed, Why So Close-Minded. And it's been a few months, exciting months, since the Hollywood Fringe Festival. They had a great run, I heard. And they actually took everybody by surprise when they showed up to the theater, and not only were the cast members in the nude, but they also had to strip down and be naked in the audience. So that was the ha-ha moment everybody had to have at the theater, and it was a lot of fun, right, Brian?
Oh yeah. That's why we call the show immersive. It's an experience as soon as you walk in the door, even before the show starts itself.
Right. So what was the inspiration? Because I know that it was written by Steven, who couldn't make it tonight. He did a great job, I believe, in adapting this. What was the story behind Disrobed, if you don't mind telling us?
Well, Steven, we've known each other for a few years through Fringe, and Stephen wrote a wonderful play called Nights at the Algonquin Round Table about some of the big comedic writers from the 1920s, and it went over really well. And we'd hang out at the Fringe mixers, and I did an earlier play, another naked play. This Disrobed is actually my third play, but my second play was Naked Shorts, Less is More, and that year, that was a lot of original material, and we did okay. So in between shows, we'd all get together at these mixers, and I made some strong friendships with a few people, primarily Stephen. And so we started hanging out, and after the Fringe, we would go out to bars and hang out and talk about art and creativity. But by the time the holidays came around, Stephen asked me if I had any plans for the next year's Fringe, and I said I was thinking about possibly adapting a British play called Barely Proper. It was written in all the way back in 1931 by a guy named Tom Cushing. But the problem with the play, it's a classic naturist play that the naturist community is well aware of. But the problem with the play is that it was very British. And there was a lot of thick British humor. And I asked my sponsor, Rolf, president of the Southern California Naturist Association, and has been a strong sponsor of my shows since the beginning, since 2016. He suggested, well, maybe we can adapt it. So I took a good look at it, and I thought, God, I don't know if I can do this. I've never tackled something like this. And Stephen said, well, let me have a look at it. So I handed him this play, and he basically gave it back to me a month later, and I read it, and I was blown away. He updated it, he contemporized it, he Americanized it, he consolidated the characters. He pretty much made it his own. He has a background in playwriting and screenwriting, and it was just beautifully done. And suddenly I realized, the light bulb went on. I have a play for Fringe, 2019, and we put it on over the summer in June, and we were very well received, and we were just thrilled. It actually exceeded our expectations in terms of the response. But I owe the success of this show to Stephen because he took this play, this old play, under his wing, and he updated it and took a lot of the British elements out of it so that American audiences could be a little more appreciative of it, and the humor's more American as well. And and here we are. it just keeps going. It's the little play with a big engine.
Yeah. And we also have some of the cast members here. We have Talia, Sharon, and Zane Hudson.
Hello.
So what is, I think the ladies should go first and tell us the story. How did it come about, Disrobed, and what was the experience like to be in the show?
Well, it came about from originally through looking at Backstage, which is like a casting website where you can like find plays or TV shows or whatnot. And it said immersive theater show, which I've done immersive theater before, and then I found the storyline, and I liked it, and I liked the character. And then it says, this is a nude show. And so I was like, that's interesting. So, but it shows on the casting call, the Notorious Association. So I looked that up. And then I looked up, it referenced the original play that it was after. And so I looked that up, and I was like, okay, so this is all, like, legit, real stuff. And I was like, that sounds really interesting and, like, a cool opportunity, because I see acting as very much as you're shedding your skin and being your most vulnerable. So if you're not only acting and shedding your skin and being vulnerable, but also taking off your clothes, and not in a sexual way, but like you're taking off your clothes you're opening up more vulnerability, and it's to an audience that is also undressed. And so it's just like a whole room of vulnerability, and it just seemed like such a unique experience. And so I went to the audition and went from there. And my experience so far has been great.
No, sounds good. What about Zane?
Yeah.
What is
Well, Talia puts things in such pretty words. Long story short, I'm no stranger. I've always been very open and interested in doing work when I'm naked on film with independent films or stuff like that. But this is the first time I've ever had to be naked on stage, which was something I have been wanting to do, because like Talia is saying, as an actor, I mean, it strips away all your walls, and so there's nothing but you on stage. So it's a wonderful experience to not only dive deeper into what it means to be an individual, as well as what it means to be human. So I've had such an amazing time from the audition process to where we are now. Everyone on the team has been wonderful, an amazing community that has, because I myself am not a practicing naturist. I am a textile, which is what the naturist community calls people that wear clothes. So it's just been an amazing experience to be so welcomed into a community. Completely world-changing, very exciting.
So I guess I'm a textile. I did not know that until today. But that's great to know. For those who are still wondering, yes, this show will be happening again, because it was such a great reception at the Hollywood Fringe Festival. They had the nomination to the Best Immersive Show at the Fringe Festival, and they also had the winners of the Encore Producer Award, and it was extended for an extended run. And this time around, it will be extended every the first Saturday of each month, starting November 2nd, which is going to be next Saturday. at 11
Well, this Saturday.
p.m.
This Saturday night. Yeah.
This Saturday. Yeah. That's right.
Yeah.
Today's Monday. Yeah, so it's going to be Saturday, November 2nd at 11 p.m. at Studio C, which is located right next to the complex. So you can just basically go to the website, which is, I think it's there right to, what is the website?
It's disrobedtheplay.com, and I'll spell it out, DISRobedtheplay.com.
Okay. And so people that are going to come, they're going to be expecting a full photo shoot on the nude, right? No.
A photo
Did
shoot.
I get that wrong?
That's what happens after.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's an after party. There's a wine and cheese after party that's part of the immersive experience. We did that for our closing shows during the run, but because this is once a month, we're going to do it for every show, which is once a month. So there'll be an after party for about 45 minutes to an hour to mingle with the actors and to hang out in your birthday suit and, enjoy the afterglow of seeing a wonderful play. And yeah.
Would there be some Q&A, or would there be some interaction, after the show with the audience?
Yeah, it'll be a short Q&A. We're not going to, any questions that the audience wants to ask the actors, they can do at the after party, because we'll all be mingling together on stage. But yeah, there'll be a short kind of. I'm actually going to ask the audience a few questions, but in terms of an interaction with the cast, we've decided we're basically going to make it a really loose kind of social forum with the cast members, during the wine and cheese, which will help people relax a little bit more as well. And, I'm a big wine drinker, so I love the after parties that we had in the previous shows, so it was great. But you made a comment about, the photo shoot.
Yes.
That was pretty funny. People, I can hear people recoiling in horror, when they hear about cameras. So that's a perfect segue, Italo, and I want to tell everybody that there's absolutely no photography is allowed. It is prohibited. Yeah. It's a very strict policy, and
right.
And so the cell phones need to be off and stored in the closed bag when they enter, and then they need to remain off until they leave the theater. So we're going back to an old school experience here. We're ditching electronics. We're ditching the clothes. We're taking a roll back in time here and kind of enjoying things on a simpler level. A simple, wholesome nudity.
Right. And so, it's going to be interesting because I've always wanted to try something new, and I've been saying this ever since we talked last time, and I just got to get ready. Just gonna do it.
You got to take the plunge, Italo. You got to do it.
Yeah.
I know.
It's a cool new experience, and it's also something that, how often do you get confronted with that kind of offer of, it's a safe space, and, we very much make it a safe space, and, that's, I think I could speak for everyone that, that's how it's been throughout this whole process so far. So getting to do that, that's awesome. It's fun, and it's exciting, and we're all. I feel like part of the story is there's a main character who is a textile and is uncomfortable throughout the whole thing. So I feel like that also eases the audience because they're right there with that character. The audience, some of them are not nudists, and so some of them, this will be their first time ever experiencing being nude in public. And so they're going to feel really awkward or silly or something, or whatever they're feeling. but then there's that character that's going through that same experience at the same time. And so watching that, and then also watching the remainder of the cast members the characters who are comfortable in the experience and embracing it. So you have, on one hand, you have people that are like comfortable and embracing it, and so then watching it, you feel at ease, but then you also feel comforted watching someone that's like feeling that same experience of that awkwardness and stuff. So it's a really cool experience, and it's unique, and try it out. Why not?
There is no better place to be naked this Saturday than at Studio C in Hollywood.
Yes. At 11.
Right on, Zane. Or I should say right off, Zane. No.
Right off. Right off.
So I understand this is going to be an ongoing. This is going to be an ongoing monthly event, right? You said it's going to be not only this coming Saturday, but it will be every first Saturday of the month, right?
Yes. First Saturday of every month at 11 p.m. and each show includes a wine and cheese after party. Yeah.
But this is if you don't have the money or desire to buy a Halloween costume, this is the perfect excuse. You cannot buy a Halloween costume, and your costume is your birthday suit.
Wow.
Birthday suit qualifies.
Yeah.
Hey, that's a good idea.
And along that same line, Talia, is because it's, I mean, even though it's a couple days after Halloween, you know, we've always encouraged people that may have a little anxiety about this, but they want to try it out and experiment. You're more than welcome to wear a mask so that you can have a little anonymity, and especially that it's kind of sort of a Halloween weekend. We're very open to that as well. So that's another option.
That's right, ladies and gentlemen. You can wear a mask.
You can wear a mask. You can wear your socks and shoes. I know that you have to have shoes. And you can wear cologne. You can wear your pride.
And a smile.
Right?
You
many
can wear
things you can
smile.
wear. You can wear a smile.
Yeah, that's true.
And your jewelry. Jewelry is okay as well.
Yeah, all of it is allowed. So yeah, basically this show is unique, very immersive, as you can tell. But I think it actually will make sense once you see the show, because it's sort of like a Meet the Parents, where the parents are naturists. So you're gonna feel it's gonna be a comedy. It's just gonna be hilarious, very comedy, but also it'll make you feel like you're part of a community, a part of a nature society, which actually does exist. I never knew this until we talked to Brian about it a few months ago, and I was like, what? There's a Southern California Naturist Association. I never knew that. That's interesting. So if you didn't know that until today, you get to see some of the members, because Brian, didn't you say that a lot of the members come to see this show every time you put it up, or?
Yes, we have a very strong support group in the naturist community. They were very supportive from my other two shows this year during the Fringe run of this play, Disrobed. And, you know, they love it. They're always searching for places they can be in their birthday suit. They have the opposite philosophy. You know, wherever they can be nude, you know, there goes I. So, right. Yeah, they have a strong presence, and that also helps out with the atmosphere, because if people are new and they're sitting amongst naturists, you know, which I consider a lot of people in the naturist community consider like naturists better than nudists, because naturist is more holistic. You know, it's more connected to the elements, being outdoors and nature, and it's a pure, more wholesome term too. Nudism sometimes is correlated with, you know, like swinging and maybe deviant behavior, you know, at clubs and resorts. But naturist is, you know, it's a much purer kind of form. I guess It's simple, wholesome, and I think naturists, there's more integrity in the way they look at their bodies and how they relate to others in a communal setting. There's more. I think there's a little more respect. There's no tolerance for any any kind of behavior where people are acting out, in any way, or like in terms of sexualizing, the atmosphere or acting in a seductive manner or, anything lewd. There's no tolerance for any of it, and for people that want to get into it a little more seriously, there's a 6-month monitoring of everybody that wants to join the club. And then, they're basically reviewed after 6 months, and then the board decides whether or not they're respectful enough and have enough integrity to continue and join. So there's a monitoring process as well. Everybody's vetted too, background check. So if anybody comes to the show and they have a revelation and they want to get into it more, you can go to an SCNA meetup. And you'll meet the members of the board of directors. I was a member for 1 year, actually. And then, they'll ask you questions about your history, if you skinny dipped, and whether you're comfortable and, around in mixed company. And then you can experiment and be mentored by somebody in the club and go to different events. And, it goes from there. So we're always open to new members. So,
So is going to be Talia or Zane are going to be new members pretty soon, or what do you guys think?
You take the floor first. You do it.
Me? I don't know. We'll see. Possibly.
I know.
No
I can
pressure.
definitely say that there is no group of people that I would be more comfortable with being naked than with the SCNA. I mean, why not? We'll see where the future takes us.
Right.
Well,
that's true.
It's not a requirement to be in the play. That's a little bit of a detour. It sounds like a pitch, but it's, if anything, it's a very soft, cuddly, sweet little pitch. That's there's no full court press. It's just if people want to take that step, it's great. First and foremost, we hope to entertain and hope people can, think a little less about clothing when they leave, and maybe want to return in the future to another show.
Right.
And feel better about
so
themselves
if they want to,
as well, about their own bodies.
Right.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because actually, it's I think the page on your own Facebook is Love the Body Positive. So if anybody is curious about what the show is about, and also they want to follow you on Facebook or social media, just type in Love the Body Positive on Facebook, and you can actually follow all the different things that people have been saying about it. And actually it's a very popular show. Like I said, it was the talk of the town when it was happening, and I'm glad that it's coming back because I think everybody has been wondering when are we going to do it. And so I think it's a great opportunity to do it this Saturday or any other first Saturday of the month. But I think this one's your chance. I mean, like Brian said, it's right after Halloween, so you can wear a mask. You can be incognito in the audience. Nobody will notice you. Why not? I think it's a.
Why not?
Yeah.
And one other thing I want to add is, the site is lovethebodypositive.com. And that site traces back all the shows. It goes all the way back to 2016 when we put that website up. So there's other podcasts from other shows. There's some history that goes back a few years if people want to scroll back to the earlier stuff. And the other thing I wanted to mention that people are probably asking is, well, how do things work with the seats? Well, everybody brings a towel, and you sit on the towel. That's naturist etiquette. And we're hoping that everybody showers beforehand. out of respect for everybody else, and then you sit on your towel and enjoy the show. And we haven't had any problems, no issues with anybody in the past. Everything's just gone really smoothly, so we're happy to continue.
Continue the tradition. So yeah, bring your towel, bring your dream bag so you can put your clothes in there, and then your cell phone's going away because there's no photography. I was kidding about it. No photography at all. And there's it's a very safe space. It's a great show. That's what I hear. So why not? Let's take the plunge this Saturday once again, and it's going to be Studio C Theater on Santa Monica Boulevard, right next to the complex. And I don't know if anybody want to add anything else. Any other final thoughts?
I know.
Zane?
I'd just like to say that if this has taught me anything, it's been an excellent experience on learning in all the little ways that we are connected as people, what makes us similar and what makes us different. So if anything, it is the perfect chance, the perfect evening for you to find what a deeper sense of community in mankind, womankind, everything. Yeah, so take the plunge. Take it.
Yeah, take it.
Just do it.
That's very well
All
said.
right. Well, I think everybody has said something great about the show, and I think it's it's a great chance to just do it and be yourself and not be ashamed and love your body the way it is.
Everybody
right?
enjoys it who comes. They always are. They're happily surprised at the experience. They're surprised at the community, this instant community without clothes, and how nice and friendly everybody is. And, you know, like Talia said, it's a safe atmosphere. You know, we've cultivated this for quite a while, and that's one of the cool things about it. You know, it works because we create an atmosphere that's positive and safe and open and non-judgmental. And if anybody's curious and they want to attend or take the plunge, once again, the website it's part of the play's title. It's Disrobed theplay.com. DISROBED theplay.com.
All right. Yeah, I'm going to put the link below. So if anybody's listening on either Blog Talk Radio or YouTube, I'm going to put the link below. You just click on it, and it'll take you to that website. And I want to thank once again Brian Knudsen for calling today, Talia, Sharon,
a pleasure,
and Jane Hudson. Thank you guys so much, and I'll be seeing a lot of you this weekend. And
yes, you will.
Great, guys.
Thank you.
Once again, thank you for calling tonight, and I'm going to take it out with another
See you
song.
on Saturday.
And yeah, I'll be
there.
there.
And Italo, you'll have to do a follow-up podcast, either just your observations by yourself, or maybe you can invite us back about, you know, like a little kind of a before and after. Here we are, and then, you know, what the experience was for you. I think that would be kind of interesting.
Yeah, because enough talking about it and just doing it. So yeah, the next one I promise I would have gone through the experience, because I've been talking too much about it, and just I have to do it once and for all and just get over it.
Yeah.
But yeah,
it's really not.
Thank you for the encouragement, guys. What are you gonna say? I'm sorry.
I was going to say, it's really not scary, and it's not, like, I don't want people to think, like, when we say take the plunge, like, don't let that scare you. Don't let it sound, like, it's not like you're plunging off a bridge doing bungee jumping. Like, It's the most natural thing in the world. It's removing.
It's the best plunge.
You're removing. I want to say your clothes, but that's going to sound. It's more than that.
How about you're removing your fears?
You're removing your layers.
Your fears?
You're removing
your fears,
your fears. You're removing all of the layers and walls that you put up in society, and you're just being a human, and you're being all together, and it's a beautiful experience. Yeah.
Right. You're just celebrating your body, celebrating everybody's.
Body.
Yeah, I can see that. But yeah, I've only been to a nude beach one time, and even that one time it was kind of weird. But I was always curious about it. But this is totally different, of course. It's a theater production. I've never been in the nude in that setting, so that will be interesting. And so, yeah, why not, right? And yeah, I was just kidding all about, taking the plunge and go for it. And, yeah, like you said, it shouldn't be so taboo. Right.
And the seats are cushioned. And there are armrests. They're traditional theater seats. So your backside will be comfortable.
And that's all that matters.
Okay. Yeah.
Right.
Exactly. Yeah, you'll be protected. All right, guys. Well, it was another great interview, and yeah, next time I would have gone through the experience, so I can talk about it for real. So maybe Brian, I could talk to you again about it and tell you what I went through, and yeah, let's just do it.
I would love that.
So, guys, yeah, I'll see you guys on Saturday. But in the meantime, I want to thank you guys for listening to the podcast. I'm going to be taking a break after this, actually. I'm going to be going on vacation. I'm going to go to Puerto Rico. So next time you hear me, I'll be a little bit more tan. I would have been a naturist as well. A lot of experiences. So next time I'll be more refreshed and less inhibited. So once again, guys, thank you, and I'll take it out with you didn't see that coming.
It's a Lowe's Blog Talk Radio.
We are go for liftoff in T-minus 30.
Hit the record button.
That's swell. Well, I didn't see that coming.